Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. We are officially in the beginning of August, and whenever it's the start of a new month, we all know that it's time to choose the TBR for the month. If you don't know what TBR is, it's just essentially a certain amount of books that I want to pick out that I want to read this month. Last month I chose 8 books for my TBR and I only ended up reading 3 of them, which is a little embarrassing. This month I'm only choosing 5 books because that seems a little more doable and a little more my pace. So I have my TBR cart here next to me, and as you can see, she is full. I have like books on every shelf, and there's just books like sticking out on the tops even because it's so full. I have books like in the back over here. Anyways, my point is she's full and we need to get to work. Let's go ahead and choose the first TBR prompt. I have this cute little jar. I couldn't find just a regular jar. This is the best I could find. But it's honestly so cute, so I'm not even mad. And it's got like a little handle. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the first prompt. Oh, one fell too. Okay, well the first prompt I got is a book with a cute cover. Okay, that's easy. I have a lot of books with cute covers. I feel like when I'm buying books, one of the things I look for is a cute cover, so that should be easy. And then second prompt, a book that matches the current season. I believe we are still in summer. I believe August is considered summer. I have a lot of summer books I wanted to get through this year and I haven't touched a single one, so this will be really helpful for that. And then let's do the next one. Okay. Oh, I keep dropping them everywhere. Every time I pull one out, another one falls on the floor. Anyways, we got an author you've never read before. I have so many books by authors that I haven't read before, and that I'm just like, not scared, but I'm a little intimidated to start new authors. If you can tell behind me, I like to stick to certain authors. But that'll help me branch out for sure, so that's a good one. Should I pick up the ones that are on the floor? I think I'm going to. Okay, I just added them back to the prompts, and I'm just gonna give it a little shake. I don't know how to shake it. Okay, that should be good. And then for the fourth prompt, a classic. Oh, ooh, I'm gonna have to choose a short classic, I fear, because I don't think my reading slump is going to allow for me to read a full-blown classic book without getting bored. So moving on, and this is actually the last prompt, so I hope I get something good. A genre I don't often read. Okay, that could be fun, I guess. Not really sure how that's going to go with my reading slump. Maybe it'll get me out of my reading slump. Maybe I've been reading too much of the same types of like romance and fantasy. Maybe this will help pull me out of my reading slump more. So let's go over the 5 prompts that we pulled, and then we'll pick a book for each prompt. I don't know what the order was. I should have kept them in order. The first one was a book with a cute cover. I'm gonna choose a couple of options and then we'll pick from there. These are the 2 cutest covers I have. So we have Emily Henry's Funny Story. This came out in April and I still haven't read it somehow. And then we have the 4th book in the Off-Campus series, The Goal by Elle Kennedy. I don't really feel like reading a hardback, and I kind of like the characters on this one. I think it's a little cuter than the characters on this one. So I think I'm going to go with The Goal by Elle Kennedy for the cute cover. Do we know, am I going in order or should I just go, because I accidentally shuffled them all up. Okay, so next we have an author you've never read before. I haven't read a majority of these authors, to be honest. The only author up here that I've really read is Emily Henry, so I feel like I can choose from any of these. Things really calling out to me. I think I'm going to give Kristen Hanna a shot because I've never read any of her books before, but I've heard like amazing things about her and her writing. Okay, so I have The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna and I have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I feel like I've heard more about The Nightingale, so I think I'm going to go ahead and choose this one since I've never read any of her books before. And the next prompt is a book that matches the current season. Like I said, we are still in summer, I believe, so I'm just going to choose a summery themed book. I made a summer TBR, like summary books I wanted to read, and I legit haven't touched a single one of them, so I'm gonna just choose one off of that list, which is The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. Again, I've heard so many good things about this author and about this book, so I'm excited to give that one a chance. I'm hoping I can read that one out by the pool before it starts cooling off again. I don't know when it starts cooling off, to be honest. I think August is still pretty hot, so I think I have plenty of time to read that one. Still, I need to read it while it's still summertime. And then next we have a genre I don't read often. I feel like the only thing I could choose for this is either a memoir, nonfiction, or like a thriller. I feel like I'm leaning more towards a thriller. I just kind of want to save my thrillers for October. So actually maybe I'll do a memoir. The two memoirs I have, or like nonfiction, I believe these are memoirs. We have Coco Meller's Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and then we have Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I've been trying to read this one for a very long time. I think I even started it on audiobook, so I think I might just go ahead and finish Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton for this. I dropped the book. She's okay. Our last prompt was a classic. All of my classics are going to be on the second shelf. You can't really see them, so I'm just going to pick out a couple of options and then we'll decide after. Okay, so it's between Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf and 1984 by George Orwell. I read Animal Farm by him and I kind of enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't exactly my cup of tea, but I didn't hate it, so I might give him another chance. Or I can go with Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. This kind of seems more my pace because I do I do love the Jane Austen books and whatnot, so I feel like this is kind of similar to that vibe. But I also know that this is a good book and I've heard really good things about this book and this author. I just don't know if it's going to be the right vibe for me. With that being said, I think I'm going to go with Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Okay, so these are the 5 books that my prompts chose. If I don't end up finishing all of these by the end of the month, feel free to call me a liar because last month I was in fact a liar and I only read 3. So feel free to call me out if I don't read any of them. If you see any books on here that you think I should read as soon as possible, please let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned for a reading vlog of all of these books.